Well, so far this is a very expensive car. Call this the $50 million car. That's about the amount of money that I've invested in Tesla. So it's kind of expensive. We need to get the company to cash flow positive in 6 to 9 months, or we're screwed. For a while there, we had a lot of bloggers maintaining a Tesla death watch.
A day-by-day count of how long before Tesla would die.
It seems that they may be waiting for a while.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. With so much exuberance and hype around the electric vehicle space, SPAC after SPAC, IPOs left, right and center, people piling into electric vehicle stocks even if they know literally nothing about the company, even if the company has no credibility, no products and no revenue, shout out to all the deluded Nicola investors, I thought it would be worth winding the clock back to remind you guys how incredibly difficult and challenging it is to start an electric vehicle company and not go bankrupt. So in this video, we're going to look at some footage of Tesla's early days from around 2007 to 2010 as they were bringing their very first vehicle to market, the Tesla Roadster, then eventually IPOing the company and becoming part of the public stock market. The clips of Tesla used in this video come from the film Revenge of the Electric Car. Highly recommend you guys and girls watch that, and its predecessor, Who Killed the Electric Car. So with that said, let's get into the video. But first, hey guys, if you live in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 4 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 2 free stocks between $2.50 and $250 each just for opening an account. And if you deposit $100, you'll get a further 2 free stocks valued between $8 and $1,600 each. That is an obnoxiously good return on your investment. I mean, really, deposit $100 and you'll end up with, at minimum, $21 worth of stocks, a 21% ROI on your money. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Very momentous day for us. It is our first car, and of course it's a car belonging to our first customer, and that would be also our chairman, Elon Musk.
I'm ecstatic. This is fantastic. Awesome day. It feels like victory.
I feel great. It's a great day for Tesla. I got goosebumps as I saw the car roll in.
We've been in development for so long. These feel like they really are babies.
This is the first production Roadster, and a huge day for the company. Tesla is going to put thousands of these cars on the road. But beyond that, really what matters is, are we making a difference in the world? And for us to make a difference in the world, we have to build a lot of cars. Until we see every car on the road being electric, we will not stop. So, this is really just the beginning of the beginning. All right.
That footage was from 2008, 13 years ago. Elon Musk being very clear there, Tesla will not stop until every vehicle on roads is electric, and also acknowledging that the first delivery of the first Roadster was just the beginning of the beginning. This would be a great opportunity to remind you guys that Elon Musk does what he says he will do. Had other automotive manufacturers listened to Tesla, their plans, their claims, their goals 13 years ago, and actually taken some steps to move in the same direction, they wouldn't now all be facing imminent bankruptcy before the decade ends. Just in case you have forgotten, Elon Musk more recently has been saying that Tesla's aiming to be producing around 20 million electric vehicles by the end of this decade. Given how focused and successful Tesla has been over the past decade, all the obstacles they've overcome, the risks that have now been eliminated or massively minimized, no risk of bankruptcy, they've got over $20 billion of cash, they're cash flow positive, they're self-sustaining. Given all of that, given all the evidence we can see of how quickly Tesla's ramping production, they've got 2 new factories, Berlin and Austin, currently under construction. Shanghai factory is currently expanding capacity. Fremont's expanding and becoming more efficient as well. If we factor this all in, it seems fairly likely that Tesla will be successful in achieving their goal of producing around 20 million vehicles per year in 2030. Given Tesla has overcome all of the early life-threatening challenges that other EV makers, whether a new electric vehicle startup or a legacy automotive manufacturer attempting to pivot to electric vehicles will now face, I just want to remind you guys how incredibly difficult this task is. Here's a list of automotive companies that once existed in the US and no longer exist. Most of them went bankrupt, some merged, some were acquired, but the majority of these companies went bust. It wasn't a sustainable business. We can see here that this is a pretty hefty list. I'm just in the A's, now into the B's, and there are literally hundreds and hundreds of companies that didn't make it. So the point that I'm trying to get across to you guys now is that this is not an easy task for anyone. Tesla, in retrospect, it now looks like it was pretty easy, but even Tesla themselves faced many life-threatening challenges in the early days, and most EV companies, new and legacy auto making the transition, are now going to be facing these same incredibly challenging obstacles. Invest with caution.
So the toast is to creating the greatest car company of the 21st century and making a real difference to the world and moving us off fucking oil as fast as possible.
Create the greatest car company of the 21st century? Check. Make a real difference to the world? Check. Move the world off oil as fast as possible? Check. Yes, there's still plenty of work to go, but Tesla has had a significant impact and single-handedly forced the entire automotive industry to shift at full speed towards electrification. Unfortunately for most of the legacy automakers, they were too slow and they'll go bankrupt. But hey, at least they're trying to move in the right direction.
The Nasdaq is down 2% and falling.
Everybody's talking about one of the most hyped IPOs in recent memory, Tesla Motors. It sold 1,063 cars. I myself have sold 1,063 cars. You don't want to own this stock. You shouldn't even rent the darn thing.
You guys just heard Jim Cramer there. Probably regret some of those statements regarding Tesla, saying you wouldn't want to buy the stock, wouldn't even want to rent the stock. Obviously, Jim is now a massive Tesla bull. He drank the Kool-Aid, he gets it, he understands the mission, the company, and basically he just can't shut up about Tesla stock now. He's literally calling it the greatest story in the stock market ever told. What a difference a decade and some incredible execution can make.
Well, big losses on Wall Street today, as we've been reporting, and it's just the same for just about any US stock, except one, Tesla Motors.
It is up. It priced above the range, sold 20% more stock than it thought it would, and it is still up.
Shares of the electric car maker Tesla Motors are up.
The electric car maker surged to nearly 41%, the second best IPO gain of the year.
So this is a very big indicator to some, not to all, that Tesla is for real, a real car company that's going to usher in the future of cars. Of course, their message is electrification.
You know, for a while there, we had a lot of bloggers maintaining a Tesla death watch.
A day-by-day count of how long before Tesla would die.
It seems that they may be waiting for a while.
And a decade later, those folks are still waiting in their mum's basement for Tesla to go bankrupt. And I'd just like to take this moment to offer a round of applause. Well, a derogatory slow clap actually, to the Tesla short sellers and members of Tesla Q who've been betting against this company for an extended period of time, despite evidence to the contrary disproving their investment thesis week after week, month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year, yet still these dullards are betting against Tesla and betting against Elon Musk. I mean, you really do need to be a special kind of dumbass. So, nice slow clap for the Tesla short sellers who, despite watching Tesla execute and defy all expectations, are still betting against the company from their mum's basement.
Last few days, last few months, or just been a very, very high workload, and then between SpaceX, Tesla, and kids, there's just really not enough time in the day, so not enough time to sleep. And am I looking forward to, the honest answer is I'm not looking forward to the party tonight.
50-inch TV at the same time.
All night long I'll be selling cars for 5 hours after sort of selling cars for 5 hours before that. It won't be fun for me. I hope it's fun for others though. You can actually fit a 50-inch TV, a surfboard, and a mountain bike at the same time. Extremely good handling. You need a spatula to turn this thing over. Have you considered buying one?
Okay, that would
I think it'd be well suited,
Definitely. That would be the perfect thing for Maria.
Boy, oh boy. It sure looks like fun running a new electric vehicle company, doesn't it? And if you thought that looked fun, Now we get to see Elon Musk doing his weekly inspection of the one or two Roadsters that weren't quite perfect enough to deliver to customers that week.
We do this every week. Hey Greg, the key fell apart.
Of course it did.
Yeah, this is definitely on list of improvements.
Well, this is one of the cars we rejected for...
Holy mackerel. Jesus. Yeah, we have an army of cars here. Jesus.
I'm looking like we're going to be able to deliver 4 cars to the sales team.
This is frightening.
What's going on here is the team has been doing a little bit of rework today. Remember I was talking to you earlier about the vehicle that had the noise? It had the transmission noise?
Yeah.
I wanted to point something out to you, just kind of some of the incoming. You can see
It looks
up
like
here
something
on the
got dragged
fenders.
over the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be inspecting it at this level. If it's getting scratches in shipment, then we need to get the, either ding the shipping company or find some way to stop that,
I agree.
Jesus, the breather hose is coming up that high?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Why? Are there any other resources we can apply to the problem? I mean,
right now we're using...
I'd rather overhire for this situation. God damn it, we got to get these cars out. Let's stock inventory. Let's repair chips here. I'm available 24/7 to help solve issues. Call me 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I don't care.
It's VIN 23. This car had a drivetrain issue, so we're swapping in the new one right now.
Let's not even wait for the analysis. Just put a new powertrain in, table it for analysis, and let's get it out there.
Absolutely.
Right now we're facing an issue, which is that it's sort of a crisis of confidence among our customers, where you can only tell them delay so many times, and then they start to think, man, is this company ever going to get me a car?
This is my car.
This is your car? Yeah. This is actually your car?
Yeah,
no kidding.
23, right? Number 23?
Yes, it's number 23, yeah. Well,
okay. Well, you've heard the explanation now. So I guess hopefully it'll have a powertrain tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. It's a nice. I was just thinking, actually, it's a nice choice of colors.
And if you're thinking to yourself, oh well, that was just Tesla, dumb, naive, young startup from Silicon Valley, don't know anything about manufacturing, that's not going to happen to a large, experienced company like Volkswagen, is it? You would be wrong. Very, very wrong.
I got a message last week that if Roadster can't sustain the company by March, then that's it, and that scares me.
We need to get the company to cash flow positive in 6 to 9 months, or we're screwed. It's really pedal to the metal here. Each month that passes is literally costs us tens of millions of dollars. I mean, we need to appreciate that.
Tesla's gone through more than $100 million in 2 years and made just over 100 cars.
It wasn't until Zach and Doreen found the faults that we then realized that we had substandard parts on those cars, which quite frankly pissed me off.
I want names named. So if someone's always on the hot seat and is always the root cause for problems, they will not be part of this organization long term.
Despite the fact that the mainstream finance media have made a really big deal about executive departures, turnover, etc. at Tesla, this is a really important skill as a business leader, to be able to remove the turds from your swimming pool. If somebody sucks at their job, they're causing issues, they're the root of many problems, they've got to go. One of Elon's biggest strengths is his ability to ruthlessly fire people who suck shit and shouldn't be in the role they're in, even if they've just been hired for the job. Whatever it takes to achieve the mission.
It's not okay to be unhappy and part of this company.
Right.
And so if somebody can't get happy, get divorced.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Speak from personal experience. The goal of Tesla is really to go to mass market as soon as we can. We want to make this technology and electric cars affordable to as many people as possible.
And more than a decade later, Tesla has kept their eyes on the prize and continued to do exactly what they said they would do, dramatically driving down the cost of compelling electric vehicles while simultaneously increasing the performance, features and functionality. Since this footage, we've seen the Model S released, the Model X, the Model 3, the Model Y, and heard an announcement that within 2 or so years, Tesla will have a $25,000 electric vehicle, truly a mass market electric vehicle, at which point the internal combustion engine vehicle and industry is dead. I hope you guys have found this video insightful. I thought it would be useful and fun to wind the clock back to show some of the early days of Tesla. Keeping in mind, this is the exact same experience most of these new EV startups and legacy automotive manufacturers will soon be going through themselves. Tesla made it look easy in retrospect, but it was anything but. Consider this a gentle word of warning for anyone investing in the stocks or thinking of investing in the stocks of any of these new EV startups, these IPOs via SPACs, etc., or even some of the legacy automakers who are touting around new logos or some CGI of their supposedly amazing Tesla killer that's coming in 3 years, which probably will never see the light of day. Just saying. The moral of this story is quite simple. In my opinion, and based on all the available evidence, successfully ramping a compelling electric vehicle to volume production is an incredibly difficult challenge. Just for fun, let me know in the comments below the name of one company other than Tesla that you personally believe has a good chance of surviving the transition to EVs without going bankrupt. If you can think of one. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you live in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 4 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 2 free stocks between $2.50 and $250 each just for opening an account. And if you deposit $100, you'll get a further 2 free stocks valued between $8 and $1,600 each. And if you're in Australia, the UK or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake also using the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. PS, if you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.